Hi everyone, welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Robyn Zimmerman and I'm so excited to have Natalie Osterman back with us. She's the CEO of the Greater Bluffton Chamber of Commerce, along with the co-founder in 2012 of the Chamber. We have Don Brashears.
Thank you.
So honored to meet you. I saw you at the annual meet or the big celebration, the Oyster Awards. And I know that you'll be rolling off the board this year, but you've been instrumental in working with the Chamber, and that's why you're here today, because Natalie's going to talk a little bit about your service. So
yeah, so I'm, as you mentioned and introduced Don, he has been tirelessly devoted to the Chamber for the last 13 years. And so he was heavily involved in the creation of the Greater Bluffton Chamber back in 2012, as you mentioned. But, you know, one of the ways that we can show our appreciation for the service that he has made to the Chamber and really helped set the stage for a successful organization that really exists to support the business community. But today I'd love for Don to actually be able to share kind of the vision of why the Chamber was created and also what he's seen over the years.
Right, that sounds great. So what was your vision back in 2012, Don?
Well, my vision was actually given to me by a gal in Bluffton, Shelley West. And Shelley had a kind of a business networking organization. And she called me and asked me to come over and meet with her. And she said, I'd like to start a Chamber of Commerce and transition my business into a chamber so that we can support all small business. And at that time, she didn't feel there was any representation of the small businesses in the area. And as you know, from 12 to 25 today, the place has grown significantly. There's businesses on every corner, which wasn't the case before. And so we got together and picked some good business people and asked them to volunteer on a volunteer board. We told them that our vision was to have a very reasonable chamber membership cost so that small business could get in and we could get everybody together to work together for their best interest. And that meant networking, that meant any issues they had with financing. We had mentors in every area so that on the board, we had a very diverse board and they met all sectors of the economy, our little economy in Bluffton, and it was just great and it worked very well.
So what would you say the impact of the Chamber has been over these 13 years?
I think the biggest thing is everybody wants support. You know, when you're in a small business from day one, unless you've inherited a lot of money, there's always financial issues in the beginning, and you're trying to find out who the best suppliers are, where the best cost is, and we can help with that. And the way that we rallied people in different groups within the Chamber, and that's a big plus. Natalie's done a wonderful job on expanding what we had created earlier and just expanded that exponentially. And it's just been great that we have probably 3 to 4 events a week.
Yes.
And this is with a very small staff. This isn't with a big staff. And everybody in the leadership group, other than the CEO and the other people in the office, they're volunteers. My time was free, and everybody else's on the board was free, and they gave of their time unquestionably.
And so, Natalie, what lessons have you learned from this amazing volunteer?
Sure. Don, and he'll likely tell every single person, but he every single day tries to learn something that he didn't know. And I think that speaks volumes, that we are always trying to, and not just personal, but in business, that we're always trying to better understand the needs of our community. And I think Don has been the epitome of that for the Chamber as well. And for me personally, just to have his support on the board has been incredibly instrumental.
Now he's rolling off, but he said he'll still probably be a little involved. Does that make you happy?
We hope so. We have a great group of volunteers, board members, ambassadors. So we do always hope that they continue to stay involved with us. Of course, we have our annual meeting coming up this Friday. So that's a time for us to recognize those who are rolling off, but also our members to vote on those who are coming onto the board as well.
All right, well done. Thank you so much for being on Talk of the Town. You said you watch it on a regular basis, so I love that about him. Thank you for your service, not only with the Chamber, but other organizations throughout our community.
Well, thank you.
It takes people like you that put service above self.
Yes.
That make our community
Absolutely.
special. And thank you, Natalie, for being with us once again. We'll see you next month.
Thanks for having us.